Hello and welcome to My Piano Method with me, Michelle Orp. This is my Beginners to Grade course, Lesson 4. We're now going to learn some new notes on the stave. So last week we learned C, D and E. It's time to expand that to a full octave. We're going to go from G in our left hand all the way up to G in our right hand. So in the last lesson, we learned middle C, D and E with our right hand. So hopefully you'll recognise these three notes now. And we also learned a really simple nursery rhyme using these three notes. And I really hope you were doing the sight reading exercises as well, the daily exercise. Also, you should remember that this symbol is a treble clef, and that means that any note we see on this stave will be played with our right hand. And this symbol underneath is a bass clef, and that means every note we see on this stave will be playing with our left hand. So what we're going to do now is we're going to learn a few more notes and then practice those notes and learn a song with those notes. So to start with, looking at the treble clef with our right hand, we're going to add two more. So we've got C, D and E. We're now going to move up into the next available space, which is an F. So if we pop that in there, you can see that's an F. And if we go up one more, so on the stave, we go up to the line and put a note in there. On the piano, we go up as well, and that's a G. So now we have 5 notes on the treble clef stave. So this is with our right hand, and this is, of course, the mini scale, C, D, E, F and G. So let's add a few notes with our left hand on the bass clef. So first off, let's look at the middle C. So middle C as we know it here on the treble clef, played with the thumb of our right hand. If I want to now play that with my left hand thumb instead, then middle C would be written like this. So it's just above the bass clef stave here. So I would play this with my left hand thumb. Now if I saw middle C written here, just below the treble clef stave, I'd be playing it with the thumb of my right hand. But it's not, it's here, just above the bass clef, so I will play it with my left hand. So if we move down from here into the next available space, we would pop a note in there, and we go down one on the piano, and we would find the B. And then we can go down again, which would be on the line, and this would be an A. And we're going to go down one more time into the next available space here, which is a G. And of course, on our piano, we go down one, and this is a G. So you can see now that we have 8 notes. It's actually the octave of G. We've got C, D, E, F, G in our right hand, and we've got G, A, B, C in the left hand. So we're going to use these 8 notes, and I'm going to pick a really simple song for you to practice with. So I've picked Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's only because it's universal and everybody knows it. So it's really good to use just while we're getting used to these notes. And I will pick more interesting songs a bit later on. But for now, let's practice these 8 notes. For your information, I have attached a PDF to this lesson, and I've filled in all the other notes as well, so it will look like this, and you can see I've just carried on, and you can keep going and going and going. But for now, if you print this out, this is a really good guide for you to have in front of your piano, maybe blue tack it onto the wall, just to remind yourself what all of the notes are. But we will just be using those 8 for today's lesson. So 8 notes on the stave, G all the way through to G. And it's going to take some time to learn these notes. You're not just going to remember them in this week. I have students that have kept the stickers on their keys for weeks while they try and remember where these notes are. And even now when I play, for some of the notes that go right off the stave, I still have to stop and find my place and work out where the note is. So it's just practice, and throughout this course, the more you use these notes, the more you're going to remember where they are. So it's all about practice and using the notes in the songs that you play, which is why I picked Twinkle Twinkle Little Star this week, because it uses all of the notes we've learned today and it switches between hands as you play, which is fantastic for learning.